Good evening, and welcome to day 30 of 90 Days Through the Word. My name is Sonia McCullough Lockridge, and I joy to come to you in this fashion. And today we are reading 1 Chronicles 10:1 through 1 Chronicles 23:32. That is where our reading finds us today, and we have suggested for a better reading experience in the book of Chronicles that we either list or listen to the content. We either list or listen to the text. So, a few other notable things about Chronicles is that it is the history of 2 Samuel through 2 Kings. It is the history of 2 Samuel through 2 Kings. A religious history of the Davidic dynasty of Judah. A religious history of the Davidic dynasty of Judah. And it also means the word of the days, and the events of the times. In addition to that, it also means the chronicles of the whole sacred history. The chronicles of the whole sacred history. So let's just run through our reading, starting in chapter 10. We read about the death of Saul and his sons. Chapter 11, David takes Jerusalem, and David is anointed as king. Chapter 12, the list of David's mighty men. Chapter 13, the assembly agreed the ark should be brought back. Chapter 14, David defeats the Philistines. Chapter 15, David builds a house for himself in the city, and the ark is returned. Chapter 16, David sings a song to the Lord. The ark is placed in a tent. Chapter 17, Solomon is to build a house for the ark. David is in great prayer to the Lord. Chapter 18, a list of the enemies David defeated. A list of the enemies David defeated. Chapter 19, David's servants' heads are shaved, and the Amorites, and this disgrace is brought on the servants. And David, of course. Chapter 20, David and his servants defeat the giants of Gath. David and his servants defeat the giants of Gath. 21, David prepares for the building of the temple. David prepares for the building of the temple. Chapter 22, Solomon is charged to build the temple. Chapter 23, the Levites are organized by David. Chapter 24, the priests are organized by David. So, toward the end of these chapters, we can tell that David's reign is beginning to end. David's reign is beginning to end. And then, of course, Solomon's reign will take place and be established. So, 30 days. We have been reading the Holy Word of God for 30 days. And myself in particular, I would say that at this point in time, 30 days later, I feel like I am a stronger Christian. I am a stronger believer, having consumed this portion of the Holy Word of God. Tomorrow begins our next portion of reading. So it could basically be interpreted as day 1 of a new 30-day period. So if you're seeing this video, or if you're hearing about this challenge, please know that you too can start this challenge tomorrow, July 1st, with the reading of the 1 through 30 chapters, and then you could go in that direction. So basically, tomorrow, if you're just starting, you could start with video number 1 and go to video number 30, and then you could go from video number 30 to video number 60, and so on and so forth. So I welcome you. If this is your first time seeing this video, please feel free to join us in our reading of the Holy Word of God in 90 days, the summer of 2024. I thank you so much, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow with our reading for tomorrow, which is, by the way, 1 Chronicles 24:1 through 2 Chronicles 7:10. And I do want to say that today I wrote in my trusty journal. So this begins basically a new portion of 30-day reading, and I wrote in my journal today for our Can Do Challenge, 90 days through the Word. This is Sonia McCullough-Lockridge signing out. Have a blessed day in the Lord.